Howdy everyone, this is Grakef. Got an exciting episode for you. We're going to go ahead and launch off the March Long 1 and start heading up to space. So we're playing Probes Before Crew, and we're now finally have unlocked Crew. So we're going to make our first launch into space. Jeb's in for a surprise. The contract says he only needs to be above 70,000, but we're going to actually go into orbit and we're going to try and cross the radiation belt. Scientists have told us that that is probably at around 400,000 kilometers, so we're going to get up there. Okay, that is the SRBs are done. We're on to the main stage. Got a little bit of wiggle here. Let's fix that. Alright, and we're going to take this main stage all the way up to our Apple apps, and it's going to help with quite a bit of our circulation. We've got more delta V than we need or know what to do with here, so we'll only need just a little bit from our final stage there to help with circulation. Can almost circulate completely on this second stage. All right, pitching down. Got a crew report available to us. We'll go ahead and grab that. $500 delta V left on that second stage. Oh, and a little bit of explosion there. And now we're on to into space and on to our final stage here with the Vesta engine. We had a Maverick on the main second stage there, and the SRBs were Globe 4s, Globe 6s. Can't remember which number, what order those are in, but yeah. So I'm just finishing out just a little bit here as we approach our Apple apps here of 80,000. Go ahead and turn that off and just there we go. And then we'll just fast forward here out to our Apple apps, picking up a little bit of science on the way here. Getting those crew reports. Jebediah is probably just absolutely ecstatic. Just going crazy bonkers. First, Kerbin into space. Got our orbit information. Bring up MechJeb here and phase prograde. So wait for our timed Apple apps here, and then we'll get within about 10 seconds. Fire our engine and finish that circulation, and we'll be in orbit. There we go, that's pretty close. 80,000 over 79,000. So our first one's done. So now we need to, we'll just get close to our Apple apps here. And we're going to push out our Peri apps here to about 400,000. Won't take very much to do that. Okay, there we go. Just a little buffer there. So hopefully we'll keep an eye on our contract here, and we should see a warning down here as well. Continuing to pick up those nice big crew reports. 15 science apiece. It's going to be a very, very lucrative trip for us. Okay, crew and telemetry report. So we're now in high space. And we should be crossing that radiation belt. Oh, one thing I forgot to do. I'll get this turned on. Look at the right end of the rocket here. Forgot to turn on my fuel cell. Hopefully, yeah, we're doing okay for electrical charge, but I'll make sure that's going here so that we can keep the life support up and running for our Kerbal. So there we go. Across the radiation belt, we're currently exposed to high radiation, and we'll notice that there's a symbol right there, extreme radiation. So we can go ahead and line up retrograde, and we'll bring our periaps back down. Alright, there we go. Right around there. Alright, fast forward. Back to the atmosphere. It is very round. Jebediah has noticed the planet's round. That's kind of odd, actually, because most planets are not round. The Earth happens to be kind of egg or pear-shaped. And so the fact that Kerbin is round is actually probably pretty unique and worth noting. So I think all the planets in the Kerbal solar system are round, so might not be that much of a shock. Okay, coming into the atmosphere here, we're going to use a little bit of that fuel to slow us down. Wait till we're just a little bit closer to our apoaps and wait for our engine to heat up here just a little bit. Alright, we'll go ahead and activate that. Slow us down. I do have a heat shield. We probably won't need that. Especially as much fuel as we have left from our trip. We are going to go ahead and just burn it all up. Alright. So we will activate pre-landing mode on that. And we'll wait for our parachute. Activate pre-landing mode on our airbag as well. There we go. Starting to worry there. Okay, should have a triple chute here. Go ahead and turn that off. Okay, there we go. There's our chutes. There's the landing mode as well as our airbag. So we are good to come down. Well, it's not quite staying upright. Let's see if we can go use the SAS to help us up there. There we go. Use the magical wheels. All right, grab our crew report and recover vessel. So hopefully you enjoyed that episode. And one thing I want to talk about before we do leave, though, is the strategies portion of this. So one of the mods I have, and I think it's tied into Pro before Crew, changes up the strategy area and actually makes it useful. At least I've never used the strategy. 179 science, that'll be real nice. Administration building. So the administration building now has these missions, I guess if you want to call them that. They're like very specialized missions. So we can start the moon program, and that'll give us 100,000, and then once we complete that, we get 20,000 plus 75 reputation, and that's for a crewed mission, and we can also do that for probes. The one that got us here, you'll notice though, is that we can't start any manned missions. So if we're doing the crewed ones, we can't do the manned ones until we finish that mission. And we'll also get plus 400 funds to milestone gains for the moon. And there's available for Mimus as well. Another one that I've unlocked is the massive scale launches. So 40,000 funds when reaching orbit with a vessel with a mass of at least 20 tons. So that's a pretty massive rocket. Also another one we just unlocked is a contract slot machine. These agencies seem to think that they're doing us a favor offering buy us these ridiculous contracts. Why should they be penalized for being choosy? So remove reputation loss on contract decline, randomly modifies contract reward penalties by between -50 to +50. So if you're prone to declining, that might be able to get you a better contract, but it could have some higher penalties for failure. To boldly go. So this one, if you want to get the most research possible done there, we need to explore as many new biomes as we can. So this particular one gives 15,000 funds when science transmitter recovered from a new biome. That one's actually really nice, especially when you're starting out. So local science, this gives a plus 20% bonus to the science that you collect around the Kerbal Space Center science. So if you're one to build a little rover and go around, then you can do that. Public relations, we got stagnated research. It's really interesting that's flashing out. So this one will give you reputation and plus science. And then you got free ice cream. This one gives you basically free reputation, which is kind of, bring that reputation up, get you better contracts. Media circus. This one gives you reputation as well, but it costs you funds to do that. So, pilot focus, plus 52 reward for tourism plus, and giving aircrafts a purpose contract. So we'll definitely be looking at that one. And flashed out again. Engineering focus. This one gives for station and bases and station contracts. And then science focus for science collection and field research contracts. So lots of strategies there available to us. We'll definitely be doing that in the next episode. And as far as spending our science, we got 180 science available to us. I believe our rockets are doing really well, and the next two ones aren't great. Though the Bobcat is a pretty good, I think that's a 2.5 rocket, and the Skipper is a 2.5 rocket. So a couple of good 2.5 rockets, but not life-changing. One I was looking at, we do need to take this one for sure so that we can get our cabin. unlocked so we can start our tourism. And then it's kind of up in the air. We could get some RCS so we can control better. But with that said, oh, the RCS one does also unlock maneuver node planning through MechJeb. Can't do that till we get a little bit more funds and upgrade our tracking station. But MechJeb maneuver nodes and transfers are pretty nice. So it will definitely be on our radar. Let's put it that way. Space exploration opens up an antenna. Container mount looks like some beer for our Kerbals. Ladder and some rover parts. Okay. Miniaturization, a couple more probe cores. Electronics. Ooh, electronics gets us better solar panels. That would be nice. I could definitely get behind that. I think that's probably the one I'm going to do. Recycling, chemical plant, external ECLSS redundancy, mission control urgency orders us to convert this chemical plant into an external, guaranteed to explode only. Okay, some type of life support thing. Air filters, recyclers. Okay, I got a couple of different recyclers, and then storage here, so we can take various other things with us up to space that we'll need for life support. I think I'm really leaning towards the electronics. I would like to get some better solar panels, and that's going to be key to our long-term missions. Fuel cells nice, but having good solar panels is better. Okay, well, that's this episode. This is Grakef, and have a great day.